Vlog Day 783.
Morning. I have some good news and some bad news. Depends on which camp you're in. Some of it's actually objectively good news, at least for me. Some of it could be good, could be bad. If you're in the pro beard camp, you're gonna be happy to know that my electric razor trimmer thing died last night. And I only got this much done, and I thankfully got rid of the neck beard. But this, I was planning on leaving it anyways because I'm gonna be going and picking grapes, and I figured might as well have a little bit of a beard to look like I'm a man when I'm working. But I didn't really want to keep it that badly. This thing's been charging all night. That's all it's got left in it, and it chokes. The truly bad news, I mean, if you're in the anti-beard camp, that's bad news for you. But the bad news is, I'm pretty sure there are a couple little skips on the back of my head that I never got done because this died. And I kept plugging it in last night, waiting for it to charge for a while, and when all I wanted to do was go to bed, and I would wait for a bit so I'd get some work done while I was waiting. And then I would try it again and it wouldn't work. It would just get a little bit more done and then die. I charged it all night, just tried it, no bueno. It is deado. So I'm gonna have to get a new one of these, and in the meantime, just get used to this. And considering how quickly I buy things and how, I probably will have a beard for a while. This is what's gonna encourage me to get a new one sooner than later. Other objective good news that happened while I was in Venice, but I just spaced telling you because there's so much going on and I was kind of dying. The bed situation is back on track. They found the check. I might have told you this. My landlady sent me a thing saying they deposited the check. They have the money. So I went to them and I was like, look, you guys, you have it. What is going on? And they're like, oh, we don't know. Are you sure that we would have taken it? And I was like, yeah, she wrote the check to you. I don't think anybody else is gonna, she didn't write you a blank check, which is one of the things that was actually floated. And then they went back and they finally found it. Oh, and it turns out that I guess maybe they even had it figured out on the other side, and they've already started production on the bed and it's on track. So instead of having to wait till November, I'm gonna get it next month, which is great. I'm not trying to get my hopes too high yet, but sometime mid-October, should have the bed situation under wraps. This morning, I'm gonna go down to the Peloton. I got a few things to pick up. I'm also gonna put on this hat just in case can you see? We'll find out if I have any weirdness going on back there when I edit this. I'm gonna go down and pick up a couple of things that were left for me. Thank you for dropping things off, including beer from Pat and something from Thierry. I don't know what that's gonna be, but thank you guys. I'm gonna go get coffee, grab that, bring it back, and then I've gotta go to Nick's place because we're gonna drive out of town and go pick grapes this weekend, and I really don't know what to expect from that. But I'm guessing I'm gonna come back ready to sleep for a week. And there's a lot going on when we do get back, because I won't even be in Paris for very long. And we can talk about that later, but let's go get coffee. Well, fall is here in force. It did not take long. September. I love fall, don't get me wrong, but come on. So for those of you who have not been tracking, or I haven't done an update vlog in a long time, but I just got back from Venice, thanks to my patrons who decided where I should go for my first ever Euro poll. It's a quarterly poll that I'll be doing for patrons at $10 and up, where they'll actually get to decide between 4 locations within Europe, sometimes that I've been to, sometimes that I've never been to. We'll kind of figure that out as we go. But they get to choose, and then I go and explore and share it, and that's what Venice was. And Venice would have been a little bit more explory, probably, if I hadn't gotten a migraine, if you missed that part as well, which I'm still feeling the after effects of a little bit between the sleep deprivation and having been up for hours that morning, puking my guts out, which is really, really fun. So hopefully this weekend doesn't put me in an early grave. Grape harvest is supposed to be hard work, so we'll find out. That's what's coming up to this weekend. I'm gonna be going with my buddy Nico, who's the one that is the guy that connected me with the voice acting and translation work I do for CNRS, the Centre National de Recherche Scientifique. And so they're who I translate and do voice acting for, and I'm gonna be going with him to a friend's place. One of his friends has a vineyard, and friends and family come every year to help do the harvest, and I get to be included in that this year, which should be great, assuming that I manage to stand on my feet the whole time. Before this trip to Venice, I was actually bouncing around a lot lately because I was trying to match a goal that I'd set for myself at the beginning of this year, which was to get to 40 countries before I finished my second season of vlogging. So I'd already been to 31 or 32, and I was trying to get to a total of 40. And when I set that goal, I know a lot of people actually have kind of issue with setting those kinds of goals as far as that vent is kind of loud. But if I go over there, I'm going to be standing in front of a lot of beautiful women talking on my phone like this. It's kind of, sometimes I feel self-conscious. All right, now that I've said it out loud, I kind of have to do it. Got to overcome your inner demons and your fears, right? So anyways, the 40 countries goal wasn't because I want to hit a certain mark and be able to brag about it or something like that. It was because at the beginning of the season, last year when just about basically a year ago when I was vlogging, I didn't know that I'd be able to travel anymore. I didn't know if I'd have the finances. I didn't know if I would have the freedom. I didn't know what was going on. Life was still really stressful. I didn't know if I would even be allowed to stay in France anymore. Like there was a lot of variables, lots of questions in the air. So I set that goal as a way of reminding myself that I wanted to keep traveling and I wanted to explore new places. I didn't just want to go back to places I already knew. I wanted to get out. I wanted to see more of the world. And that's where that goal came from. And I managed to hold on to that. And I actually was able to hit that 40 country goal and made it to 41 countries kind of accidentally right before the end of last season of vlogging. Thankfully, traveling within Europe is relatively cheap. It's one of the reasons that I love living here, or want to live here, is that I can explore more of the world quickly and cheaply, and then just pop home like I did yesterday. Like I literally just got up, flew home, and then saw 2 friends, got some work done still. It was just a regular day, basically like commuting in the morning. That's cool. So I'm really fortunate, and there are a lot of really positive transitions and changes going on in my life right now, which are requiring a lot of mental changes. Part of it was too, like I didn't travel much before because I didn't have the money. So that goal also of the 40 countries was a way of forcing myself to start thinking, okay, how do I budget a little bit better? How do I spend this money in a way that gets me closer to my goals? And how do I cut out things that I don't need? I don't know. It was a really good way of enabling myself again to be like, oh wait, I can afford to buy a plane ticket and I can afford to do these things that have been kind of out of reach for a long time. And I don't know, that it's weird when you're transitioning out of a long period of famine, I suppose. You still have all those conservationist tendencies. You don't want to overspend, you don't want to overeat, so to speak, because you don't know where your next meal is coming from. And as those meals become more secure, you have to kind of remind yourself, oh yeah, like things are going to be fine. And that's where I'm at right now. Like, I think things are going to be fine.
Hey Louisa.
Hello,
What
Jay.
are these fancy flags?
Flags? There's been an event today and yesterday.
Oh, okay. Event flags.
Yes.
Success. Also, this is one of those classic, this is Paris. It was raining when I left. Brought my rain jacket. Didn't even rain on me by the time I actually got out of the house. And now the sun is out when I decided not to bring my sunglasses, because you should always have your sunglasses and your rain jacket. I know better. Anywho, I got the stuff. Thierry, I'm gonna open this when I get home. Looks like a painting. Interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what's inside. I'm going to pop back, drop this stuff off, grab my underwear and my drone and whatever else, and then head to NACHOS, and then out of town we go. At least that's the plan. I'll also probably grab more food at some point along the way.
I put the beer away. Thank you, Pat, for that. I'm gonna put the kettle on. Sounds so English. I'm going to put the kettle on. But before I put the kettle on, Thierry, thank you for this. I haven't opened this yet, but we shall. That's enough of that. I'm gonna go ahead and, what is this? It's a painting. We'll find out. I'm excited to see what's in here. I actually ran into Paul and Christian and Laura, who run Bike About tours, in the metro, and we stopped and talked for a minute. They're in their old office. I'm not gonna tell you where the old office is. It's a secret, but stopped by to talk to them for a minute, and they were really excited to see what this is too. But I told them I had to open it on camera, so I wasn't opening it with them. Hold on, let me put the kettle on. My room still smells like guacamole components from last night, which is not a complaint, but I need to remember to throw my garbage out before I leave, or it won't be so pleasant when I come back. All right. Oh, wow. I like the title too. Thierry, thank you. That's really nice. That's really nice. I really like the color palette as well. This is a very nice muted color palette. I don't think there's actually any blue in this. I think this is black and white with some brown, but it's really tricking me into thinking that there's blue. I really like it a lot. Thank you very much. This is really nice. Sign and everything. It's still a little bit sticky. That's really cool. Thank you. We'll see what's in the old letter. business cards from Thierry. If anybody's interested in getting a painting from Thierry, I don't know if you want me putting, I actually just realized that your phone number and email are on here. I don't know if you want me putting that in the vlog. So I will link to Thierry's website below and you can go ahead and check him out, check out his art. But he does portraits. It says right here, I'll cover up your phone number, portraits sur commande, which means he'll make a portrait for you if you want one. Thierry, thank you very much for dropping this off. That was really nice of you. For those of you who wanted one last look at it, I think I still have hair. I think you found reference material where I still had hair. Thank you, Thierry. I really appreciate that. I think that's my first official fan portrait. I don't think I've ever received one that I didn't either pay for myself or sit down for a friend. Thank you. I like it. I like it very much. I'm gonna eat some lunch. I might lie down for a minute because I'm pretty tired. And then I gotta go catch up with Nico and we're heading out of the city. That's finally happening. I feel like there's something else I wanted to talk about and I'll figure it out after lunch.
Always noises when you're trying to talk. I think I'm mildly underprepared for this and also definitely under-rested for it, but I'm ready for it. I'm looking forward to having a great picking experience. Feels like one of those things that isn't a common experience, but is like a necessary experience for moving to and living in France. So I think it'll be really good. And the weather is perfect. Turned out gorgeous. So I'm hoping that wherever it is we're going, I don't actually even know where we're going, that it's just this nicer. But I did bring my rain jacket just in case and a sweatshirt. I'm wearing my hiking boots. I brought spare pairs of underwear and socks and some shirts that can get dirty. I'm ready, I think, to be put to work. I got lunch in me. I'm on the way. We'll see how this turns out. So apparently I arrived very early. I'm gonna actually just take a nap here for a minute while we wait for the car. The car is beginning to be picked up at 2, not here at 2. I'm gonna take a nap. I imagine the car is not going to be that much less packed than the elevator. All right, we're off. I think we're all packed up. I only brought a backpack, so the stroller is not for me, believe it or not. Although I would take it. If Nick would push me in the stroller, I'd be really happy about that actually right now. We're going to hop in the car. It's a 4-hour drive just south of Burgundy. I'm learning a lot of this as we go. And we'll see how much we can actually film, excuse me. We're gonna see how much we can actually film before it gets dark. Odds are good. I'm gonna end up leaving you here pretty soon, but we'll see what we find before it gets dark. And yeah. Off to a speedy start. All right, pit stop, about an hour in, hour and a half, something like that. I'm not sure. French countryside from the freeway. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Here, it took us, what time is it? 8:30, so it took us 4.5 hours, almost 5. Not so bad. This is beautiful. I should fly my drone right now. Yeah, you think I can get away with it?
Well, we're gonna go say hello to everybody now.